Hello all, I'm Spoke Gonzaga, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year, 2014. I hope 2014 is better for everyone, especially in this little situation we're in. I wanted to go back through what I have researched in my own emails from my original accounts. I wanted to explain some things, just to clarify that everything that the masked man has been saying is a lie, and we all know that. Even his cohorts deep down know that. But they have a common interest and hatred for eBay and honest sellers, business people who use eBay. Back in April of 2012, the masked man subscribed to my channel. His first contact to me was in March of 2012. And as I went through all of my emails and the comments that he had given me and the PMs and the things that I had sent him, began to realize how much proof I had to his lies. And the fact that basically he is trying to convince the audience and YouTube members or anybody else out in the media who saw the first wall check story that we are the bullies and he's not. He deleted all of his stealth videos and all of his incriminating stuff off of YouTube, and pretty much immediately after he was interviewed, about 2 or 3 weeks before the show came on the air. We saw it coming. He didn't do any videos for 3 weeks. And his buddy decided to spill the beans, and he said he was out, and then they jumped right back in after the wall check story, and nothing happened. Except national embarrassment. But I went back and I noticed the things that he had said to me. And the reason why he originally contacted me is because I had commented to Joe. I had done a shout out to Joe in my first video, and I had explained in several videos that I had made on my experiences with eBay and my unhappiness with their policy. I had just had my PayPal account frozen. Now he knows full well that I have never worked for eBay. But he wants everybody else to be convinced that there's some conspiracy against him, that he's just a messenger, and that everyone else is against him, and he's the innocent guy. Total BS. Everyone knows it. So as I go through the time, April of 2012, May, June, July, all this time, I'm seeing this chronological order of his conversations with me and his attacks and his threats and his saying, you've got to block these guys, don't believe anything that they're saying, don't believe Gators, don't believe Joe, don't believe Chunky Finch 101. Don't believe any of these people who showed you this evidence on me because they're lying. And he tried to get me to believe him, and he gave me his real name. He gave me his real name that matched up with all the evidence I found online. He has left so much stuff out there, it wasn't even funny. So when he's contacting me, and I've got other people saying, don't listen to him, man. He's bad news. I went and looked. I said, he's bad news. And I told him, go away. He didn't. He started threatening me. Started noticing his videos that were saying how to scam people on eBay using PayPal. And stealth, that he makes accounts. If you study stealth, you study the people who have made videos on stealth, they will talk about burn accounts. Anyway, I got fed up with obvious scams, obvious dishonesty, threats, bullying, and I'm like, I don't want nothing more to you. Take down all the crap, show me that you actually want to do some good and make eBay better, make the internet better, e-commerce better, or show me that you just are out there for yourself and you're going to scam anyone that you can. He chose the latter. And with his mask on, he thought, and he denied who he was, and that he sent me the email with his name, which matched up with all the other evidence. He denied it from then on, everywhere he went. And throughout this early process, where I still hadn't told him to leave me alone, and I blocked him, and then he started making all these other accounts. Well, he had already had them made, actually, and he just started attacking me with them. Then it really proved to me, yeah, this guy is pretty much the shill and the scammer that everyone said he was. And there's so many people out there, not just to mention Crazy New York Driver subscribers and commenters, but other people out there who have the same exact story. It's the same routine. He tries to befriend them. He tries to then get him to side with him. And if they're hesitant, he tries to convince them to join. And then he tells them what he wants to hear through kind of a cold reading process that scammers can use to glean what they need to hear in order to trust the person. If they refuse, then he attacks them. And if they go forward and say, look, man, leave me alone, I'm going to report you or whatever, then he starts attacking more. Most people go away. We did not. So it escalated so much that Joe finally had to block him publicly because of all the lies and the fact that he was attacking his subscribers and just stalking everyone and everything, every video, threats, PMs, videos, other websites. He finally found, Joe's real address and business and started attacking it and his eBay account. He was the first one to do that. Period. Everyone saw it. And from then on, he continued the attacks with the mask on, thinking he was anonymous and that he denied who he was, and so he thought he was safe. And we kept proving more and more. He posted Crazy New York Driver's personal information on a website, and we did it in kind. Except ours was true information, and all his was invented stories about how bad Crazy New York Driver was. But all he was doing was describing the stuff that he had been doing the whole time and was still doing. Thinking that people believed him. This is all much ado about nothing because he has no credibility at all with any of his victims because he was so sloppy and rude and bullying. He left calling cards like e-banged in emails, and when he'd buy something online, he would say, haha, e-banged, and then think that nobody's going to know that happened or put two and two together. So finally, after a while, Joe got Fox News, Rob Walchek, to say, look at this guy, man. Call police, FBI. They're like, well, he's not really physically hurt anyone, and we just can't do it, or they didn't do it. And but Fox News did. They're like, yeah, bullies are lame, and this guy is a total wow. The mask and the lies and the denial and the threats and the gun videos that he even stole. Ebayisajoke put a gun video on Rob Walchek's story that was stolen from somebody else. Proven. I even contacted the guy. I said, look, this guy stole your video, put it on, and it got put on Fox News as if it was the masked man's. Total theft. Copyright infringement. And he still files it against us daily. He lies. None of them win. Yet he perjures himself with filing these false claims. So, after he got blocked publicly by Joe, then it just escalated, and he started attacking. He says, I published your information online, and now everybody's going to start attacking you. No, it was just him, with all his different accounts. Phone calls, prank calls, threats, eBay attacks, purchases, negative feedback, reports. So, after the Rob Walchek story, he deleted everything that we had found about him and that he thought there's no way they're going to ever be able to figure me out. There's no way. I got a mask on. They can't prove anything. Well, we did. It took couple investigators, Fox News reporter, to look at the evidence for a couple weeks, go stake out the guy, find out that everything that we had said was right. There's his identity. He proved it to me back in April of 2012, and he was denying it the whole time. So, of course, Crazy New York Driver proved him wrong. Or proved him right. Proved him anyway. Rob Walchuk did nationally. We already had all the information. We knew. But it was about debunking his racket. His fraud and intimidation racket. And he used YouTube to intimidate people. Still does. Defame. Look at Jason. Look at Joe. Look at Matt. Me. Anyone that does a video. Calvin. Several other people have tried to do videos in support. And all they get is attacked. By numerous accounts and threats and PMs. Same story everywhere he goes. And he kept going. And so they did another story. He actually goes into court saying he's scared of Joe when Joe is the one who's been attacked. So the whole thing was a farce. It was a lie. It was a waste of taxpayers' money. We know it from the start. Everybody knows it from the start. He says, oh, the FBI talked to me. And then he tells me, oh, it was all a hoax. It was all just to drag you in, to make a name for myself. So he's claiming in an email to me, just recently, within the last week, that everything was a hoax. You fell for it, spoke Gonzaga. And it was all a hoax, just to get Ebayisajoke's name in the papers, or in the media, on YouTube. Thanks. So he goes to court with this charade and lies to a judge about it was all a hoax. Which liar is he? He got busted, and now he's lying about his lies before. He doesn't know when to tell the truth. He layers upon layers, and he tries to get out of one burning fire he tries to put out by lying, and all it does is cause two more. He can never lie his way out of this without just doing more trouble for himself. And so now here we are. He has completely deleted all of his stealth. He's not on eBay anymore. He has been investigated. He's been on national TV, Fox News, as a fraud and a troll extraordinaire. Loser. And he's trying to flip the script saying we're the bullies and that he was just a messenger against eBay. But all of us remember, and all of us have messages from you. And I have the chronology of what you did and your lies perpetually over and over, and your threats and bullying. You, as Jason has said, are the problem. And you do not quit. You enjoy the pain and suffering of others as a matter of sport. And now all you have is Amazon. Good. Leave everyone else alone. You lost your battle of credibility, and you could not dig yourself out of the behaviors and activities that you did in the past where you abused everyone around you. This is a new year. Stop the charade upon charade, which you call really a charade to cover up another charade, just so that Ebayisajoke gets famous, infamous. How stupid. Negative publicity and you're happy? No. The proof is witnesses. I don't have to have a court case for that. The proof is a witness, eyewitness testimony. Don't need court cases, don't need proof of evidence and police documents or anything like that. I saw what I saw. Joe saw what he saw. Matt, Moomert, Jason, everyone. 101, Michael Monk, 10 or 15 people, 100 subscribers know to stay away from you. Period. Yet you still continue to think you fool everyone. You are in your own little world. Everyone knows it. We're sick of it. Get a life in 2014. Out.